Hello. Can the host hear me now? Can the host hear me now?
Alexa, can you please switch on your video? We are unable to see you. And also, please, can you do a audio test as well?
That's right. That's right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you, but we are unable to see. If you can please turn on your camera. Yes, yes, we can see.
Fine. That's fine.
So just a moment. We'll.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
That's great.
A very good morning to all and a warm welcome for the day 2 of this 2-day orientation program. Before we start with the technical session, let's start our day with a small invoking God's presence, praying Him to enlighten our minds with truth, inflame our hearts with love, inspire our will with courage, and enrich our life with service. This 2-day orientation program for postgraduate students is envisaged to help them prepare themselves better in the next 2 years that they are here doing their post-graduation. It is aimed at a holistic perspective, giving a holistic perspective to students, which is also the motto of this college. With this, we will begin with our technical session for the day. Once Khalil Gibran said, progress lies in not enhancing what is, but in advancing towards what will be. Much awaited topic, decide your tomorrow today, being futuristic, which will help them give a direction and also belief in themselves. I now invite Ms. Suhan Puvaya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to introduce the resource person.
Thank you, Dr. Vagdevi. Greetings to one and all. Future ready is life ready. Educators have a daunting task, but it's needless to express that you will be steered in a path which will make you shine, sparkle. Our distinguished speaker has great depth of experience in this field. Dr. K. Alex is such a renowned speaker who needs no introduction, but I would certainly establish the impressive credentials for you. Vice Principal, Academic, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, St. Joseph's College, Trichy. Dr. Alex enjoys 32 years of college teaching and 27 years of soft skills training on an all-India basis. He has authored books on soft skills, cost accounting, managerial skills, and Teacher 2.0. His niche qualifications include a philosophy course and a CIS course, Studies, Integration, Spirituality from Haga, USA, and Standard Chartered. Dr. Alex, you have our young enthusiast in rapt attention. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Respected director, learned staff members, and my dear beloved students. It gives me immense pleasure to address students of a reputed college. We, the St. Joseph's College in Trichy, are 177-year-old. I am not sure how old your college is. All I know is your college is very popular. On an educational tour, I had been to your college. It would have been nice had this session be offline, but for want of time and other technical reasons, we are here. Now, before I begin, there is a piece of information for you all. You can afford to give me a smile. I'm not going to advise you. You can afford to give me a smile. After all, I'm not going to bulldoze you with the statistics and information. Just plain, simple words where everyday reality is going to be explained. Now, if the organizers are settled, if the students are settled, then I can start sharing my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, we're all settled. You can go ahead.
You have disabled my screen.
One moment, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I am able to do now.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
The organizers?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can see.
Fine. Okay. If you are settled, I can go ahead. Please tell me when do you want me to stop? It's 10:45 right now. The organizers, please tell me when should I stop?
Sir, 50 minutes and 10 minutes for discussion, sir.
Okay. So at 11:30, I will stop.
Yes.
We can go for 10 minutes discussion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for the warm words of welcome. I don't know if I deserve all that. Let me try to work on the praises that you have showered on me today. Beloved students, someone said rightly, my interest is in the future because I am going to spend the rest of my life there. Bill Clinton, one of the most handsome American president, while addressing a young graduates recently, said, you have more of tomorrows and less of yesterdays, whereas people like us have more of yesterdays and less of tomorrows. What he meant was the younger generations have plenty of time ahead. My dear students, please remember, there are three features of time. Time is an asset. All of us know that. Time is an opportunity. All of us know that. And the third is the supply is limited. Please note, the supply is limited. We are not going to live in this world for 200 years or 300 years. Within that short span of time, the average lifetime of an Indian is just 70 years today. Therefore, we are not going to live in this world for 200 to 300 years. You have not only a bright future, but you have a long future. As Bill Clinton said, you have more of tomorrows. So I am really glad the organizers have chosen a topic of this kind where the future generations are going to spend a lot of their time. Therefore, let your interest from today be in future, because you are going to spend the rest of your life there. Now, look at this man, Buddha. He walked miles together. Buddha is more than 2000 years old, but Buddha still lives in this world. Christ, 2000 years before he came to this world, simply made one simple statement: love others as you love yourself. Christ, in a way, lives in this world. Prophet Muhammad, 1000+ years before, came to this world, and Prophet lives even today. What was the message that he gave? Now, by looking at this, you may think that it's going to be a spiritual class like, and we have Swami Vivekananda. Maybe one or two living at present may have seen this person in flesh and blood, or we'd have heard the ancestors, our ancestors saying, I have seen this man somewhere, sometimes. Like, all these persons walked miles together. Just for what purpose? The purpose is to see the tomorrow today. They are more than 1000-year-old, 1500-year-old, 2000-year-old, 2300-year-old. But still, these are the people who are very much alive in this world. They were able to see the tomorrow today. The beautiful aspect of life is to know the tomorrow today. Look at this man. By seeing this man, then you will know that it's not a spiritual class. It is something else we are discussing today. Gandhi walked miles together to achieve his dream. The whole world believed in bombs and bunkers, arms and ammunitions. And we are seeing a war today. The whole world even now believes in arms and ammunition, bombs and bunkers. But this man, a skinny, bony man, simply believed in non-violence, ahimsa, and he got us freedom. But to get that freedom, he walked miles together. He could see that free India when he was there, somewhere. When he started his life career as a lawyer, he knew that, he saw that free India. Now that's what we call it. It doesn't matter how old we are. What matters is, can I see the future? Can I see the tomorrow today? And please remember, the PG students are the most privileged students. Of the 100 people who joined primary school, only 60% come to high school. Only 40% come to colleges, and only 30% reach PG courses. You are one among the 30. Please remember, of the 100 people joined you in standard 1, only 30 have reached. The other 70 have been either dropped out or joined elsewhere, unable to carry their education, whereas you are privileged to join the PG courses. You have more of tomorrows. It's time you decide today what you will do tomorrow. But you should be prepared to walk thousands of miles while chasing your dream. You have a dream and believe in achieving that. It is not enough you believe in yourself. You should be prepared to walk miles together. Look at this verse. You must know this picture. You must know the difference between, there are two times called wake up time and get up time. Wake up time and get up time. I wake up from my bed at 6:15 as the clock shows, but I get up from my bed only at 7:30. Now, what do you mean by wake up time and get up time? To be awake from sleep is wake up time. To get out of the bed is get up time. Now, look at the difference here. I wake up at 6:15, but I get up at 7:30. Please remember, lesser the gap, sooner you reach your goal. Lesser the gap, sooner you reach your goal. And if you want to achieve, if you want to see that tomorrow, today, your wake up time and get up time should be one and the same, and you will have to ensure that. Now, what do you mean by seeing that tomorrow, today? You're all young people. Look at the heading, the places where some companies were started. How big the Apple today, but look at the place where it originated from. Look at HP, one of the reputed IT industry. Look at the place where it started. Look at the place, the best of bullets we have, Harley Davidson. Look at the place where Google initiated their process. Look at Walt Disney, the birth of Walt Disney. Where did that idea come from? Look at the place of birth of Amazon. You must be wondering, what is that last one? That's the American toy company. That's an American toy company. Now look at their birthplace. Mattel is an American toy company. Such a small places, but then sitting in that smallest place, they were able to see the tomorrow, today. Life is what we see today, what will happen tomorrow. Are you prepared for it? Look at this one. Michael Jackson was once asked, when did you realize that you are going to be a very good dancer, the moonwalker? Michael Jackson said, I knew it as early as when I was 7 years old. That's what the beauty of seeing tomorrow, today. He said, I realized I am going to be top of this world sometimes when I was 7 years old itself. The old #1 tennis player, Novak Djokovic, when he was 5 years old, used to collect the pictures of Wimbledon trophies, one of the popular Grand Slams. Of the 4 Grand Slams, Djokovic used to collect the pictures of Wimbledon trophy. Out of those pictures, he would make the Wimbledon trophy and he would keep it in his shelf. And he would tell himself, one day I am going to bring that real trophy to my home. He has got plenty of trophies today. He has got plenty of trophies today. The world #1 tennis player was able to see the tomorrow today, that he was able to see the future when he was just 5 years old. Please remember, Novak Djokovic is from a country, war-torn country, Serbia. Serbia is the 5th most affected war-torn country at that time. He used to say, I was practicing tennis on one side, on the other side, we could hear bombs being exploded or dropped. But look at, we haven't seen a war. India has not seen a war for a long, long time. But do we have a world #1 player? Why is that a war-torn country manages to produce a world #1 player? That's a question. Their ability to see the tomorrow today. Look at the picture. Magnus Carlsen, the Norwegian player, world #1 chess player, world #1 chess player, a wonderful person. He was just 12-year-old. He was asked for an interview. At the age of 12 itself, he defeated the former world champion Anatole Karpov. And he drew a match with the, at that time, the current champion, Garry Kasparov. When he was 12-year-old, he gave an interview. My intention is to become the world champion in 2020. But please remember, Magnus Carlsen became a world champion in 2013 itself. He played his first world championship match against Vishwanathan Anand in Tamil Nadu capital Chennai. He defeated Vishwanathan Anand. He became the world champion in 2013 itself, 7 years ahead of. Now that's what we see, the beauty of seeing tomorrow today. Ability to see that big picture in you. Your success depends on your ability to see that big picture in you. That is the question. That is the question. Look at this man and look at his credentials. Is Ananda Krishnan, 82-year-old. He has got an asset worth 900 crore. Citizenship Malaysia. Education Harvard University. He's got 2 children. These are the companies he owns. A Sri Lankan origin, settled in Malaysia. Now, what is the beauty about him? Look at this picture. Can you connect anything with him? He had only one son and a daughter. The whole of property belongs to that one son, worth 900 crore. But that one son decided to become a monk. A monk has to beg every day for their eating. And look at this man begging. His ability to see the tomorrow today. That's what I mean. It is not business alone. Your ability to see the tomorrow means could be any field. It's education or spirituality or politics or sports and games or athletic, anything could be. But you should be able to see that big picture in you. We have seen Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar, please remember, originally tried his hand in bowling. He was seen practicing in MRF Pace Foundation Academy in Chennai before coming to test team. Then Dennis Lilly of Australia, the head coach in that camp, said, "Gentleman, you are too small for being a fast bowler. If you want to be a fast bowler, you have to be relatively tall. You can concentrate on batting." And he started batting. He became a master, a little master, right? A master blaster. Now, his ability to see that tomorrow today. But please remember, originally he tried his hand in bowling. Someone advised him, you need to get that spark and you need to be aware of what is happening and why this topic today. There was a person in the bus stand. He was getting in one bus and then getting out of it. One after the other he was doing. He was not traveling at all. He was getting into the bus and getting down, getting into it, getting down, one another, one after the other. There was a person. Looking at this person, asked him, why is that you are doing like this? Where do you want to go? The boy said, I don't know where to go. Now this is what. If you don't know where to go, then you will not find any bus to go anywhere. Look at this person. There was a person riding on a horse at a very high speed. There came his friend in the opposite direction. His friend asked him, where are you going? He said, who knows? Ask the horse. Many of us today have joined post-graduation courses just like a man sitting on the horse. We do not know where we want to go, but we are here. Why we are here? All applied, therefore I applied, and therefore I am here. Many of us suffer from that mob psychology, that group psychology. There was a match, football match between two schools. The match was very intense, very serious. But then, just imagine if a football match is played without a goal post. Will the match ever get over? The match will never get over without goal post. Similarly, your journey will not come to an end if you do not see your future today, if you do not see the tomorrow today. And look at this person. There were 3 sailors sailing in the sea. Someone asked them, where are you going? We don't know. Remember, in ocean, if you are sailing and not knowing where to go, it is too dangerous. Therefore, let's be very clear. What do I want to be? Exactly after 2 years from now, exactly after 2 years from now, where will I be? This is the question that you will have to ask yourself. You should be able to see yourself right from your first standard. Had you been a rich family, then you must have studied LKG, UKG. If you are still a richer family, then you would have gone for pre-KG also. So 12 years of schooling or pre-university like, then UG 3 years, 15 years plus 17 years, and pre-KG 18 years you are used to carry the bag every day. And 2 more years now. For about of 23 years, you have nearly spent 20 years only carrying books to the schools. If you have not decided, then it is going to be too dangerous. I'm not giving you a threatening message like there is a beautiful world outside waiting for you. You should qualify yourself, that's all. As long as India is blessed with 120 crore population, in fact 130 crore population, please remember there is no question of unemployment. There is a question of unemployability. There is a question of unemployability. The question you will have to ask yourself is, am I employable? Jobs are available, 130 crore population. People need to study. In education industry, you have an opening. People need to travel. In transport industry, you have an opening. People need medicine. In pharmaceutical industry, you have an opening. People need to eat. In food industry, you have an opening. People need to dress well. In textile industry, you have an opening. Therefore, as long as 130 crore population are there, there are 130 crore minimum needs are there in different field. So there is no question of don't fear of jobs. Ask yourself, am I employable? And a training of this kind, I am extremely happy your college plans for 2 days workshop of this kind. Never develop fear in you. And please remember, fear kills you more than any disease, more than any disease, more than any pandemic, more than any endemic. It is that fear that kills people. Therefore, don't worry about anything. What is after all fear? F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. False evidence appearing real. You don't need to develop fear in you. There are opportunities. There is a beautiful world waiting outside for you. The only thing that you will have to do is, am I qualified to fit into that beautiful world? And therefore, we thought we will have this topic today. Now look at this picture. Very interesting picture. In a forest, in a jungle, you have a leopard and a deer. You find every day both running. One day, both think this way. The deer thinks, why should I run every day? Let me relax today. If it relaxes one day, then it will fall prey to the leopard. It will be easy for the leopard to catch. Now come to leopard. The leopard thinks, why should I run every day? Let me relax today. If leopard relaxes today, it will not have that stamina to catch the deer, to chase the deer. Therefore, it doesn't matter whether you are a deer or a leopard. What matters is, do you run? It doesn't matter what you study. MA, MSc, MCom, doesn't matter what you study. What matters is, do you study well? Your course doesn't matter. What matters is how you study that course. It is like the jungle. It doesn't matter whether you are a deer or a tiger. Question is, who runs faster? Do you run faster? Now, please remember, this is a very, very competitive world. This is a very, very competitive world. To remain in a place where we are now, we need to run. To march ahead, we need to run faster. Even to remain in a place where you are now, you have to run. You have to keep running. To march ahead, you have to run faster. The question is, are you running faster? And please remember, the time is limited. The supply is limited. All of us know time is an asset. Time is an opportunity. But then you must always remember, the supply is limited. The supply is limited. You have to make a life of it. Therefore, whenever an opportunity is given like this, make the fullest use of it. If you are not going to qualify yourself as employable candidate in PHILOMENA'S college, where else can you qualify yourself? One of the best of colleges we have in Mysore, in Bangalore, right? In Mangalore, you are in one of the finest colleges possible. If you cannot be refined in the place where you are right now, then nowhere you can be trained. Look at the picture. The person wants to see what's happening on the other side of the wall. How many ladders at his disposal? But see what has he done it. It is one ladder is enough. Just put it straight. He will be able to see what's happening on the other side. That's why I said, it doesn't matter whether you are studying MA, MSc or MCom. What matters is how you study. If you do not know how to use the resources, any number of resources will not help you. Any number of training program is not going to help you. Therefore, whenever an opportunity is given like this, make the fullest use possible. And look here. A 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step. And let the journey begin with this webinar. That's what I am interested in. That's what I want you to learn. You are prepared to start a 1,000-mile journey. Let today be that first step. There was a person walking on the road. He reached at an intersection where there are two roads. He asked the person standing nearby, where does this road take me to? The man standing on the roadside asked him, where do you want to go? For which this man answered, I don't know. For that, the man standing on the roadside said, then you take any road. What difference does it make? Do you understand? It's like standing in the bus stand, standing in the railway station, trying to take a train. If you don't know where to go, then it doesn't matter which train you take. It doesn't matter which bus you take. Similarly, what course you take doesn't matter. How do you do that? Matters a lot. So let's be very, very clear today as to how I am going to shape my tomorrow. Because look at the phrase there. If you are aware of where you want to go, you are already there. You are already there. If you have decided where you want to go, it is almost being there like. So please, let's decide today what you will be tomorrow. Now, where are you right now? I'm sorry. Where are you right now? You are in a place. You are in a place where you deserve to be. You wanted to be in the US. You wanted to be in UK. But then right now you are there. I wanted to be a trainer in an US-based company. But right now I am in Trichy St. Joseph's College. But this is the place I deserve. Similarly, this is the place where you deserve. But the point is, how am I going to make use of the opportunities given to me? Look at this. if you aspire for something, you must first deserve and then desire. This is something serious. As PG students, you will understand. You want to be a rank holder, but then do you study well? Without studying, how is it possible to be a rank holder? So let me deserve first and then desire. Because if you want something, don't cry for it. Instead, work for it. Now, quickly we'll see. Walt Disney, the Disneyland, 160 acres of theme park, 130 billion US dollar worth. And the slogan is the happiest place on earth. There is no place as competitive as this place. When it comes to entertainment, Walt Disney was the one who designed this one. But on its inauguration, Walt Disney was not there. He was no more. All the VIPs were invited for the inaugural function. Everyone spoke so good of Walt Disney, the founder. But unfortunately, he died before the inaugural function. Everyone in their speech said, it is so sad that Disney is not here to see this beautiful place. But when his wife came to give the acceptance speech, she said, it is not correct to say that Walt Disney did not see this place. Walt Disney saw this place. In fact, he was the first one to see this place in his mind. That's what you mean deciding tomorrow, today. Look at Tata. Tata Iron and Steel Company. He wanted to start a steel company. He met member of parliaments in England and he told them, I'm going to make an iron in India. One of the MP in England got up and said, if you are going to manufacture iron in India, I am prepared to eat it. He never answered them. Came back home, made a complete survey of iron possibilities. Then he started an industry in Jamshedpur, manufactured iron, took a piece of iron, went back to London, met the same MPs. What did he tell them? He told them, you need not to eat as you promised. It is enough you buy from us. You need not to eat as you promised. It's enough you buy from us. And that's what we call ability to see the tomorrow today. The Tata, the father of Indian Airlines. The Indian Airlines is back to him now. It is back to him now. It was taken away from him by Morarji Desai's government. That's why these days we see an advertisement. Tata does not mean goodbye. Meaning it has come back to us. Look at the beauty of it. Tata doesn't always mean goodbye. We have a new slogan today. Look at this one. Ratan Tata. Look at the interview. The interviewer asked the MBA graduates, he asked a question, how long will you have to work to buy BMW? The doctor said, I think I can buy in 6 to 8 months' time. An MBA graduate said, 11 to 12 months' time of hard work. Engineer said, I need to work for 2 to 3 years to buy BMW. But Ratan Tata said, it will take 5 years. The interviewer was shocked. Why is that a doctor takes lesser time, MBA graduate takes lesser time, your engineer takes a lesser time than you, but you say 5 years' time. Ratan Tata said, BMW is a big company. Now read the question. How long will you have to work to buy BMW? For Tata, buying BMW means buying a BMW company, not the car. Their ability to see the tomorrow today. Balagangadhar Tilak was asked, now that we are going to achieve freedom. He was one of the freedom fighter. He was asked, are you going to be the next prime minister? He said, why should I become? I'll go back to teaching and then create many such prime ministers like Jawaharlal Nehru. Their ability to see the tomorrow. He came from the field of teaching to freedom fighting. As we achieved freedom, he went back to teaching. And that's the beauty. Your own Infosys Narayana Murthy. Somewhere in 1990, he invited all the Infosys executives all over India, convened a meeting in Bangalore, and he told, there is an American company wanting us to buy at 800 crore. We are worth only 400 crore now. We are worth only 400 crore, but then the American company is prepared to buy us for 800 crore. How many of you go for this option? Almost all the executives said, this is the right time to sell the company. This is the right time to sell the company because we are worth only 400 crore. But then there is someone who is prepared to take us for 800 crore, just double the amount. Everyone said yes. At the end, after getting the opinion of all the executives, Infosys Narayana Murthy said, but I am not prepared to sell Infosys because we are worth more than what we are now. Today, Infosys asset is expressed not in Indian currency, it is in US dollar. His ability to see the tomorrow today. And look at this person. At 23, he was Mr. Olympic in bodybuilding. At 27, he entered film industry. Arnold. And then at the age of 60, he became a governor. From bodybuilding to film industry to this. Now, this is what we call his ability to see the tomorrow today. How is it possible? Everywhere he entered. Someone asked him yesterday in the class, while teaching income tax, he asked me, sir, you talk so much about the business success and all. Why is that everyone is not becoming Ambani-like, Adani-like? I told, it is possible for all of us to become Ambanis and Adanis, provided we exactly do what they do. And that's what life is. Please understand. Please understand. If you are going to do things in the same way as this famous person Arnold does, one day you will also become like this. But the problem is we don't do exactly the things that they do. Their ability to see the tomorrow. And this is what the point that I was referring to. Look at that. Magnus Carlsen, World Championship. He wanted to be the world champion at 2020. But much ahead, he became the world champion. Such a small boy was able to see his future. When he can do it, why can't you do that? And this is what. All are tied. Now, Rafael Nadal is with 21 Grand Slams. With Novak Djokovic was not allowed to enter Australian Open. Otherwise, he would have been the maximum number of Grand Slam winner. They all belong to different categories, but then their ability to see their future, predict the future. Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Djokovic. How is it all possible? Literally, it is impossible to defeat. Literally, it is impossible to defeat person like Rafael Nadal in French Open. Rafael Nadal in French Open. That is the beauty of it. How is it all possible? How is it all possible? That's a question we need to answer. That's a question we need to answer. You must have heard about this person, the famous Dhoti man, Ram Raj. Ram Raj is SLC failed. He failed in his 11th standard. But then today he has a kingdom, Dhoti kingdom. His company has branches all over Dhoti wearing nations. How is it all possible? Their ability to see the tomorrow. One hardships man, the local man. One famous school, Montfort School. In 4 years' time, they broke away with the school that they were running. They had a misunderstanding with the management. That school was more than 70-year-old, but run by the Montfort brothers. In 4 years' time, they became the #1 school in the place where they are now. Their ability to see the tomorrow today. How is it all possible? One Mr. Sahairaj. One Mr. Sahairaj, a naval officer. One Mr. Shaktivel. There is a beautiful incident about this man. Shaktivel was a commerce student. Once I asked Shaktivel, he studies so well, he never scores anything less than 90. And in all the accounts paper, he used to score 100. I asked him, are you going to study chartered accountancy? Why don't you start studying right now so that you finish it in time? He said, I am not interested in chartered accounts. I am interested in running a business. I am going for MBA. Today, he is a wholesale jewelry merchant. He employs about 200 people. He's a wholesale jewelry merchant. Every day he signs a check for rupees 40 to 50 crore. Since he's a wholesale merchant, his ability to see the tomorrow today. How is it all possible? Look at this person. To your the boy with the blue color shirt. All of us want to meet A.R. Rahman, the boy here with the yellow color shirt. All of us want to meet A.R. Rahman, whereas A.R. Rahman wanted to meet this person in a concert. He designed a logo in such a way that A.R. Rahman was so impressed, and he told his PA, please make an arrangement. I want to meet this person, the man, the person with the spectacles. I know this boy personally well. Hails from an ordinary family. Lost his father when he was in the 5th standard itself. Just imagine now his ability to see the tomorrow today. You and I want to meet A.R. Rahman. Here, A.R. Rahman wants to meet him. Now, that's what the ability to see. The life of Pi. There is a person called Prince Rajshekhar. He did his animation in Bangalore. He also worked in Bangalore. Life of Pi is a film. Life of Pi got an award for animation. A 7-member team worked for it. Prince Rajshekhar is one of them. You know the story behind this boy. His parents are teachers. His parents wanted him to become a school teacher. After BSc, they forced him to study B.Ed. He refused. He continued the MSc chemistry. Then his parents asked, go for MPhil, become a college teacher. He said, no. Then what are you planning to do? I am interested in animation. And then the father said, if that is the case, then go away from us. You don't stay with us. He said, of course, it was a matured argument. He said, okay, daddy, one day I will come back as a successful animator. He went to Bangalore, did a diploma, joined a company, and he joined a team. That team won an Oscar award, Life of Pi. Prince Rajshekar. He's a chemistry student, but then his interest lies in animation. And that's the beauty of seeing the tomorrow today. Ask yourself, to see the tomorrow today, what are the essentials? Just I'll finish it in 3 minutes time. If you are interested in seeing the tomorrow today, this is what you need to have: a very high level of energy. Never get tired. Don't worry about the date, time, and calendar. Just keep working. That's what, right? High energy level. To have a high energy level, have a purpose in your life. Eliminate all the excuses. Develop lot of stamina. Now imagine anyone from any field. It's Magnus Carlsen or Novak Djokovic or Sachin Tendulkar or Mahatma Gandhi. They found a purpose, eliminate the excuses, developed a lot of stamina. I wish you also find the purpose, eliminate all the excuses. Excuses like what? My father is not educated. My mother is not educated. I hail from a poor family. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Life is not what we achieve. Life is not what we achieve, what we overcome. That's real life. Please understand. Life is not what we achieve, what we overcome. Ask yourself, what did I overcome today? My father is uneducated, mother is uneducated. I hail from a rural places, right? I studied in local medium, in my mother tongue. I had no money. My father is drunkard. Mother no more, or lost both of them. But still you studied well. That is the beauty. Life is not what we achieve, what we overcome. Ask yourself, what did I overcome? Once you start asking that question, one day you will be able to see the tomorrow today. The point number 2 you have to remember is believe in yourself. Have faith in you. Whatever you do, believe in yourself. Without faith, nothing can be achieved. If you don't believe in yourself, who else on this earth will believe in you? Therefore, believe in yourself. That is the biggest asset that we have. And then the most important one is passion. Passion. Be passionate about what you do. You must be knowing one Tamil famous actor, Kamal Hassan. Kamal Hassan spent 50 years of lifetime in acting. Right from childhood, he started acting. They celebrated 50 years of completion in film industry. At the end of the day, as a journalist, a woman journalist asked, what is the secret of your success? He said, whatever you do, do it unto perfection. Whatever you do it unto perfection. His 50 years life is reduced to just one sentence. Do it unto perfection. From today, whatever you do it unto perfection. One day, you will be able to see that tomorrow today. And the next point that you need to remember is, if you want to see the tomorrow today, you have to be a visionary. You have to be a dreamer. You have to be very creative. You have to be inspiring. And then you have to be a forward-looking person. Ask yourself, this is the best way to qualify yourself to be an employable person. Either we land up in a corporate or we start a corporate. That's why I always tell, it is college to corporate. Either I start a company or I work in a company. Ask yourself whether I am a visionary, I am a dreamer, I am creative, I am inspiring, and I am forward looking. With that, I come to an end. It is 35. As I promised, I will stop. I have another 10 minutes for your discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We now open the floor for question answers. As we are running short of time, we'll be taking 2 or 3 questions at the max. The students who have questions can raise their hands and the microphone will be passed to them. Anybody? So looks like your session is well taken and everybody is still in the awe of whatever you have told so far. And that's why I think they're still not able to process.
Yeah, there are 2 ways of looking at it. Either I confused them or I made it very clear. So I don't know which one is true. Okay.
Let's take the latter, sir, where you have made everything very clear.
Fine. Thank you.
Continuing with the further activities. Thank you, sir, for being with us. You stressed on the importance of time, hard work, self-belief, and ability to see the big picture. You took us on a very important issue of mob psychology. Your call for employability is much needed and it will be taken with a positive note. And the call for not being shy and being fearful and grabbing every opportunity is what is needed in this post-graduation that the students are in. And your session, which was filled with a lot of anecdotes, spirited stories from the real life people, filled the whole students community here with a lot of positivity, passion, and encouragement. We thank you for being with us, connecting. Although your physical presence would have made a lot of difference and we would have all have been happy to have you here, but thank you for taking your time out and connecting with us through the internet.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And with that,
thank you so much, all of you.
thank you, sir. Thank you. And with that, we conclude this session.
Fine. Can I leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
We'll now break for a tea.
Recording stopped.